What's up, crypto fam? Welcome back to another R Bitcoin. As always, links will be in the description. And if you do enjoy this content, we upload 4 or 5 videos a week. So consider subscribing. With that, I'm Bitcoin Jake09, and let's go ahead and jump right into it. Number 10, just getting into Bitcoin. They said to buy the dip. So I just ordered this. Am I doing it right? ValkyrieCryptocurrency.com/the dip. Interesting. Number 9, future Bitcoin billionaires. What diseases would you cure? Or what disease would you cure? So recently I was diagnosed with ega nephropathy, a kidney disease that gets progressively worse. It's the worst, but truly it amazes me there isn't a cure, and it all seems to come down to funding. If my holdings made me an obscene amount of money, I would probably only take a good chunk to create a cure, therapy, or otherwise and solve this disease that affects a lot of people. If the money went to the right places, what would you cure? Or what other issues would you would be your passion to solve if you became that rich? Man. So I mean, think about like what Elon Musk does. Like that's kind of what I think he's talking about. Like things like that. Like he's trying to get people off the planet. He's trying to get people on like electric. Like, it's crazy. Number 8, LEDN raises 70 million, announces Bitcoin-backed mortgage product. What? So markethive.com article there. Interesting. Number 7, Bitcoin price continues to consolidate sideways, awaiting what the Fed will announce today. The current uncertainty will end in a few hours. Not that long, okay. The price of Bitcoin continues to consolidate by moving sideways. The 46 to 52K area is where Bitcoin has been moving since the leverage flush of December 3rd to 4th, 2021. Fear remains, and many investors forget that the price of Bitcoin is up 60% since the beginning of the year. The price of Bitcoin never moves in a straight line. Volatility is part of the game, and the price of Bitcoin moves in succession upward waves interspersed, okay, with more or less pronounced corrections. We are currently 30% below the all-time high of November 10th, 2021. There's nothing to be worried about, as this is nothing extraordinary in the world of Bitcoin. The reason to be worried totally vanish if you look at the fundamentals of Bitcoin. We are excellent. The on-chain data is bullish for what lies ahead. The current distortion between the price of Bitcoin and its fundamentals is due to the current uncertainty. Markets hate uncertainty, and Bitcoin is no exception. Everyone is waiting for what the Fed will announce in a few hours. Once Jerome Powell puts this uncertainty to rest, the price of Bitcoin can resume its rise, as I explain in details in the latest issue of the Bitcoin We Trust newsletter there. Okay. A little plug for himself. Number 6. Why would people ever spend Bitcoin if its value is always expected to go up? It seems that the general consensus on the subreddit is that Bitcoin will continue to appreciate in value over time, but in this case, why would people ever spend Bitcoin? Wouldn't it be considered a bad financial decision to do so? For example, if Bitcoin was the primary currency for a nation, why would it ever make sense for a citizen or the nation to spend Bitcoin if in the long term its value is expected to go up? Or is it thought that in a world where cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin are the primary currency that they would stop being so volatile and become very stable? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. People are gonna be freaking out when Bitcoin's a half a million, $1 million, swinging $50,000 a day. I mean, like, I don't know. All right, number 5. I want what she's smoking on. What we got here? The image? Nope, video. All right, down.
And the creation of the FDIC and deposit insurance to the Dodd-Frank reforms after the 2008 financial crisis. We may not all agree on every aspect of those laws, but they've made our financial system and our entire economy more resilient and consumers and investors more protected.
Yeah, right?
You serious?
Hilarious. Number 4. If only I started smoking cigarettes back in 2010. I quit around 2020. I did a rough calculation and realized that with an average of $10 per pack bought every day over those 10 years, if the entire thing was used to buy Bitcoin every day instead of the smokes, I would have become a multi-millionaire by now. I'm crushed. Edit. 0.06 cents per Bitcoin in September 2010. That's 166 Bitcoin per pack. We're theoretically talking billions. I know. I mean, I don't know. That's life. You just gotta live and learn and just not have regrets and just learn from your past experiences. Number 3, Bitcoin gift cards now in almost every bigger grocery store in Switzerland. What? How does that work? Crypto now. Okay. I don't know how that works. Oh, here we go. Basically, if you first buy the card, any value between 50 or 500, and then you need to activate it. When you activate it, they will ask your mobile phone number. After you do that, you basically buy Bitcoin with your value at the current rate. The card is basically a wallet, and they are at some point, probably after activation, generate a private key for you that you need to keep. Interesting concept, but not too happy about having to give your phone number and that apparently they generate your private key. I recommend transferring those Bitcoin fast into another wallet if you get them. Still cool though. But yeah, that's kind of interesting how they're doing that. Okay. Number 2, the last time the Federal Reserve embarked on a path of tightening monetary policies followed a period of easing in 2015. The price of Bitcoin was $465. Title says it all for everyone freaking out about the Fed meeting today. Just remember, this isn't the first time in Bitcoin's history that this has happened. Last time was in 2015 and went into 2018. During that period of time, we saw Bitcoin go from $465 to 20,000. What you are seeing right now is purely FUD. Don't buy into it. This won't crush crypto. If anything, it should be a bullish sign for crypto. The Fed is finally admitting that inflation is a serious problem. It is no longer transitory and it has run significantly hotter than the Fed projected. Also, the news is already baked in. Unless they do something insane, we already know that they are going to likely decrease bond purchases earlier and possibly hike rates earlier. This Fed is very market friendly, always has been. Their biggest fear is shocking the market, why I believe they will change policy less than people are forecasting. If the instructions are unclear, I'll spell it out for you. Bye. Yeah, there you go. All right. Number 1. 4 years ago, the Fed printed $6.25 million every 10 minutes. Today, the Fed prints $12.5 million every 10 minutes. Interesting. You gotta stop measuring the Fed's actions, and you got to start measuring the Fed's actions in a comparable way to Bitcoin. Bitcoin has gone the complete opposite direction of the Fed. Yeah, that's crazy. So in the same time frame, Bitcoin went from 12.5 Bitcoin every 10 minutes to 6.25. So literally the complete opposite. Anyway, that's it for our Bitcoin top 10 past 24 hours. As always, everything is down below. Peace, love, and hodl.